First, we're going to tackle the first part is the elimination of DEI. That's a direct hit on racial progress. And I'm going to start with you, Dr. Lene, because you help us brand our brilliance. And now more than ever, as we see that these DEI things are coming out, and women are the number one people who have been affected by these DEI rollbacks. How do you see, and what are your opinion about the elimination of DEI?
Honestly, I always go back to DEI has not been around that long. It's only been around 5 years, maybe 7 at the most. So I personally didn't heavily rely on DEI. I get it, I understand it, but we weren't the main people who saw any progress or results from DEI. So I know people are standing on, oh my God, DEI is rolled back, but it didn't help us or benefit us anyways. And it wasn't like this long-standing thing that's been here for 10 plus years. So it's not that major of a deal. When I talk about branding your brilliance, that's literally what I'm talking about. Like, you don't have to stand on DEI if you brand your brilliance, if you understand what you bring to the table, how you show up for that company, you know your stats, you know what you offer. If you show up in a company to be brilliant and to do work, that's what most companies are looking for, right? We see that Black men and Black women are elevating and escalating and seeing progress in their careers due to their work. Right. We do. That's not to say we still don't have to work twice as hard to get half as far. That's not to say that. But most times you're not getting a promotion based on DEI.
Well, I want to dig into that a little bit more because it's not just hiring and firing. DEI includes Black scholarships, Black-owned business contracts. They're all on the chopping block. They and according to Project 2025, which is a huge part, pretty much 99% of this bill, they want to stop collecting race-based employment data, making it impossible to even track this discrimination. So we may not have benefited, but we're definitely targeted. Do you agree or disagree, Dr. Lene?
I think that based on this administration, yes, right? So based on how this administration is going about it, but I don't think it's DEI, because when you talk about the other things that you're talking about, we're talking about minority contracts, I think these are two different things, right? Contracts, minority, MBDA, things of that nature. Those weren't necessarily DEI things because they were around long before DEI. I think they're getting swooped up in the DEI conversation because these are two different things. When I go to do a contract with the government, or I'm doing something internationally, I'm applying under minority business or minority this that the government has had around for years. That's not DEI.
You don't see them coming after that?
Yeah, I said yes, I do. I said they're not the same though. They're two different things. The minority funding and whatnot to the government is getting swept up in the DEI. These are two different things. I don't really care too much about DEI because it hasn't been here that long. Somebody gave it and they're taking it away. This minority contract, these minority fundings, this minority scholarship, I care about that because that has been in place for eons. That's been in place for years, and it integrates in a lot of different areas. So that I do care about, the minority fundings and things of that. But the DEI, not so much. It's only been around for like 5 years. It's like somebody saying, you know what?